Jeff, just a few of the players. I guess Anthony's going to be okay to go, right?
Anthony Watts should be ready to go, yes.
And then Cornell?
Cornell will be a game time decision. Hasn't practiced a whole lot. We'll see how he feels on Saturday.
What about Jared?
No, he'll be out.
Is Jalen Graham okay?
Game time decision. Hasn't practiced much.
Is Samisi okay?
He will play, but he has not practiced much.
How about, I got to ask, Rondell?
No. Rondell probably will not go.
Hey, I want to, do you know if it was a tear or a strain?
Well, when you ask trainers, I mean, every strain is a tear to them. So, it was I think like I said before, it was a hamstring that kind of went from up high to down low. And, I know he's doing everything he can to get back on the field and rehab. It's just taking a while.
What about Richie Worship?
He'll be out.
Okay. Do you think we'll see more Tario? Because he didn't.
You know what? Both those guys, we knew getting them back. Richie's worked his tail off for 2 years, and his knee is what it is. But I applaud him for the effort he gave, and I'm sure he'll try to get back out there. Tario's still trying to get back in. He'll play, but he'd like to get him back in playing weight. He's probably minus 15 of what he was before, but you'll see him in there.
With Richie, is it just not being able to recover from playing in a game, or did some other stuff pop up?
Well, it's nothing that will need to get fixed, but he swelling and some pain and things like that occurred after the game.
Is that something that will keep him out for the rest of the year, or is it
well,
going to be a week-by-week thing with him?
With Richie, I don't think he'll ever get it back to the way it was. So it's a matter of comfort level for him, of how he feels, and he's a tremendous leader for us. He's worked his tail off for 2 years. It's taken this long to get him to this point. I think he can function doing normal activity. It's just hard cutting, and football activity tends to make things swell up, and I don't know many more details than that, but I know he's had some issues with it.
You're 2-5, Jeff. You know the math. 5 games left. You have to win 4 of them. Can you just talk about the sense of urgency to try to get to 6 wins, to get the bowl eligibility with Illinois coming here?
Well, there's always urgency at this point. No one likes to lose. No one likes to have a losing record. For us, we still can't worry about where we're going to be when the season's over. And it's about improving. It's about the guys we have on the field working hard every day to get better in practice, and then trying to carry it over to the game. I do think that we've seen improvement in practice, and at times we've seen some improvement during the game. Is it good enough to win on a consistent basis? No, not yet. So you'd like to be able to, on test day, which is on Saturday, go out there and carry things over and raise your level of play and figure out a way to make plays and play tough and improve, and that's what we got to do. And every week is going to be a test from here on out. Illinois is playing good football. They had a big win against a great opponent. They've had a lot more experience with their youth that's been playing a lot, and they're playing good football. So we're going to have to execute and do things right and play for 60 minutes and figure out a way to win. And you'd like to see your guys come out there and find a way to do that.
How much have you stressed ball security in this game based on some of the things that Illinois has done this season as far as forcing fumbles?
Well, they do a great job on defense of creating turnovers. They lead the country in forced fumbles. They're 8th in the country in tackles for loss. They have been very good at it, and that's kind of what they pride themselves on. Last year we were able to hit them on a couple of big plays early and get the lead, and that's kind of critical, and we haven't been able to do that as much here lately. And so for us, especially with possible weather elements, we've worked the wet ball today. You got to make sure we take care of it. You can't allow them to beat you at those things. You have to, win the turnover battle, and you have to take care of the ball and do the small things. And if you do that, you have a chance to win. So we got to make sure we concentrate on that and really come ready to play.
Can you talk about Brandon Peters? Was he a guy that Purdue looked at as a grad transfer?
We actually did, and we had the conversation, and he's a great young man, great talented kid. What we did say is we were honest with him, when you're a graduate transfer, you want to go somewhere and play, and you want to know you're the guy. And with our current situation, I couldn't tell him he would be our guy. We had Elijah Sindelar coming back, and we couldn't tell him that. So, for him, it wasn't the best scenario to come here. I think he's a very good football player, and I think he's doing a very good job for him. And he'll continue to play well the rest of the year, I think.
I haven't seen Sipe out here this week. Is he okay? Is he still with you guys?
No, he's still with us. Of course, you guys know he's not going to be able to play football anymore, and there's a couple things he needs to take care of at this point. But no, I think he'll be around the rest of the year. After that, we'll see what he wants to do.
But it's a medical issue that is going to force him out.
Yeah, you know what? He's had this back issue probably for the last 2 years, and he's tried to play through it at times, but he's missed a ton of time. And I don't know if he's really practiced for a long time. I know he's came out here a little bit and tossed around, but he got our doctors and second opinions, and I think he decided it was best to just move on.
Now, does he stay with the program through his eligibility?
Yeah, as long as he wants to stay with us, he's with us. Yes.
Now, from a scholarship standpoint, does that open up one for you
well,
going in the next year?
Eventually, if that were to happen and he went on a medical scholarship, yes, it
Okay.
would down the road.
Okay. You talk about your tenure at Illinois, Jeff, 2010, 2011 with Ron Zook, maybe what that meant to your career development.
Well, I enjoyed coaching at Illinois, working for Coach Zook. We found a way those 2 years to go to a bowl game and win both. Once against Robert Griffin at Baylor, and once against UCLA. And our quarterback was the bowl MVP both games, and we had a fun experience. Unfortunately, it didn't work beyond that, but that's football and that's life. But it was fun to play in the Big Ten. You play good competition, and you're normally the underdog at certain schools that you go to. So you have to find ways to do more with your talent, and that was always fun to do. So I have great admiration for their program and all the obstacles they have to do in order to play well, and we're all kind of trying to work our way up the ladder.